Hello, welcome back to plot 25. It's currently Monday evening. I've just popped down to the plot after the gym to give everything a water because it's very hot, which is lovely, apart from the fact that I have to be at work all week. I've been doing a few bits and bobs over the last couple of weeks. I haven't done a lot of filming. I came down yesterday, but my phone died. And also it's quite busy at the moment. Obviously when the sun comes out, everybody comes out. And I feel very on show on this plot. Obviously it's only one plot wide, this allotment site. So the main road in front of my plot is the road that everyone walks down. And there's no fences and the plots are right next to each other. So I always feel a bit weird filming or talking to a camera when people are around. So I need to try and get over that a little bit. But I have filmed some clips here and there, so I will insert them now. I'm back at the plot, but I've only got about 45 minutes before I need to leave to go to the tip. But before I do that, I'm going to try and get the netting sorted on my carrot and parsnip bed. So I found the blue hoops that I've used previously, and I'm just reusing them, and now I'm going to try and repurpose netting that I've used previously as well, so they're all different shapes and sizes. I found my stapler, which I haven't used before, so I think what I'm going to try and do is staple the netting to the back of the wooden beds so that I don't need to worry about it flying completely off. Staple that and then find a way to clip it down at the front and the sides. So wish me luck. Tying the bows as well, like that. I'm going to come back tomorrow to actually plant the seeds, so I'll need to get into it easily, but maybe just tie a bow in the front. Otherwise I have to cut it, but then if I want to use it again somewhere bigger. I have a load of plastic spike things that you stick in the nesting to keep it in the soil, and I can't find them. I know I had them when I cleared out the shed. I remember seeing them, but I do not know what I've done with them, which is very typical. Okay, so it's a bit makeshift, but I've got them. So I've stapled this at the back and towards the sides at the back. Used a few clips, tied a bow. Similar with this one, tied a knot and some clips. And then this one was a little bit smaller, so a couple of clips at the side, and then I've just used these pegs at the front because there's not as much material, but I think these will do. The onion in the middle, they're already planted, so I don't really need to get into that for a while. I just need to water through the top. But then parsnips, carrots, I think. I'll plant those tomorrow, so I'll need to get back into it. Oh no, there's a hole at the top. What about this one? Okay, this one doesn't appear to have any holes at the top, so maybe I'll have this as my carrots and that one as my parsnips. I feel like, are carrots more at risk at carrot root fly than parsnips, or are they the same? It's just because they're called carrot root fly. Anyway, netting done. So my sunflowers, they're still doing okay, but the basil, it's gone, it's disappeared, and the scabious, yeah, it's gone. I think it must be too hot. The soil doesn't feel dry, it still feels kind of damp, but maybe I shouldn't have left this on. I'm going to water them and maybe leave the lids off and see what happens. I should have left them at home. Oh well. So I'm back the next day to sow my carrot and parsnip seeds. I've always had quite good germination and success rate with carrots and parsnips at my allotments so far, but in previous years I've only ever used seed tape for carrots. So obviously it has the paper on it which keeps it moist, and the spacing is quite good. So this is my first time just sowing loose seeds directly for carrots. But I've planted Autumn King at the back here, and then at the front, these ones, I'm planting the small ones called Paris Market 5, and they're apparently quite quick croppers. So I'm going to have to remember I need to keep these moist, hoping they're going to germinate, and I'm looking forward to getting 2 different types of carrots this year. And then in this bed I'm sowing my parsnips, which are white gem. So I don't think I've grown this variety before, and again, fingers crossed, because parsnips potentially my favourite vegetable. A Sunday dinner is just not a Sunday dinner without a parsnip. Okay, so it's very rainy in Birmingham today. However, I couldn't come at the weekend, so I've just popped down to check on everything. My sunflowers are still alive. So I haven't been for just over a week. I was a bit worried, but they're doing okay. I bought 2 tomatoes down here just to see how they'd get on compared to the ones at home, and they're still alive. Haven't grown particularly big. I think they are bigger than last time. They've got more leaves. They're still quite small, but they are alive. They've coped. Nothing else has germinated, so I think everything's done. I didn't do very well. But the strawberries are looking very nice. Lavender's looking good. We've got some berries, some joster berries, red currants over there. My little flower section, they're growing a bit now. They've had some warmth and some rain, so I can't quite remember what I planted, but I'll have flowers. Ooh, my blueberry. Got some bluebs. Looking very pretty. Oh, and my grape. I haven't killed it. It is alive. Thank goodness. Sweet peas. they're still there. And the rhubarb hasn't died yet. And then I did check, and I can see a few little carrot and parsnip seedlings. They're so tiny I won't pick it up on camera. This has collapsed a bit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. And the onions, they are... Wait, can you... Okay, that doesn't work. But I can see some green on the onions. But yeah, everything else, very rainy. But it's nice to see some green. Lots to do. Unfortunately, the only day that it wasn't raining was yesterday. And I couldn't come. I was out visiting family. And I didn't get back till 8 and it was dark, so I still have my main crop potatoes to plant and, well, a lot of sowing to do, a lot of direct sowing and structure building. But oh no, we put the compost lid back on. But yeah, I'm happy that things are still alive. So 6 days later, I'm back at the plot, and so is the sunshine. And I'm planting my first main crop potatoes, which are the Desiree. I popped a bit of potato fertiliser in there for some extra nutrients and just dug that around a bit to spread it out. But while I was planting these potatoes in here, I realised that there was still quite a lot of the leaves at the bottom. Obviously I filled maybe half the bed up with leaves, and I hadn't really considered that beforehand. So I went ahead and planted these ones, and then I topped it up with some leaf mould. My other main crops, the Picasso, I decided to plant at the front instead. So I'll see how these do. I might need to add some more compost or soil on top as they start to grow through, just to make sure they've got enough soil to grow in. Okay, so I can't remember what this looked like the last time I filmed it. Obviously I've got these beds in now. So yesterday I planted some potatoes in here, put some leaf mould on, and these 3 beds I have fresh-ish manure on the bottom, which I know isn't the best, but I'm going to just give it a go. I'm going to plant some squashes in there because I think they might be okay for this year. And then on top, yesterday I have been getting out some of my homemade compost that were in the builder's bags at the top. This one is, I've got cardboard on the bottom, and then the rest of it is that homemade compost. And then this bed, I found some more bags of poo that were hidden away, so I've put what's in there at the bottom. And then also I had a bag of bark chippings that's obviously been sat here for a year. I don't remember buying that or bringing that here, but it was here, so I've put that in too for now. So yeah, these 4 beds have taken up pretty much everything that was in 3 builder's bags back here. One of the builder's bag was just compost, but the other 2 was actually bags of the other 2 were bags of the bindweed, the couch grass, bits of rhubarb, bits of stuff that I didn't want to put in the compost. So the plan was to take those to the tip bit by bit, but honestly I looked at them and I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. So I thought, well, let's just look at it and see what the situation is. And there was a lot of soil in there, and I thought, let's just try it. So we spent most of the day yesterday just digging all of that out, picking out any bits of bindweed or like the couch grass roots that looked really prevalent, and putting those somewhere else to take to the tip at some point. And most of it looked okay. I'm hoping I'm not going to regret this over the next year, but it has. I mean, it didn't even go that far. It was only what's in those 4 beds, and they're not even full. So it takes a lot of compost, a lot of like material to fill these beds, even though they're only small. So that's what I've done, but I'm really pleased that this area is a lot clearer now. All that is left is under this contraption here that my granddad put together is some leaf mould still in a builder's bag, but the rest is empty, which is really nice. So I still need to weed this bit here and try and tidy up a little bit. But what I would like to do is, going forward, the bench that's down there, that bench, I'd like to put that up here, and then so maybe that will go here at the front, and then behind it I could still maybe fit 2-3 builders bags in, and then I can start some more leaf mould for next year and put some more manure in it and have that rot down for next year, and try and keep a bit of a running thing going, but then have that kind of bench in front of it, firstly to sit on, because this is the only place that really gets any shade and it's a little bit cooler, which is good in the summer because it's so hot down the front, and also just disguises it a little bit, and obviously for like your manure and your leaves, you don't want to touch them once they're in there. Like, you put them in, you wait a year, and then you get them out, so it's not something that I'll need to get to all the time. And then, oh, I've just remembered I didn't water the raspberries. Maybe they'll be okay for another day. And then by here, where I've currently got heaps of tiles and stuff, maybe I could use that area as well to maybe put manure. So things are progressing. Oh, I don't know why that's moved down there. Things are progressing. I still have to do, obviously, this section that's covered up. I need to build some more beds. I need to figure it out. I need to get that green netting cage thing, tent, up here and try and measure that out. So all I've got left are these 4 planks that I kind of separated, so I could use those to build a little bed. But we did get an email earlier today to say that they might do another order of the pallet collars, and they need a minimum of 40 to get a free delivery. So I know a couple of people have requested 2 or 3 here, and I'm wondering whether to get another 2 or 3. And I've already spent a lot of money that, to be honest, I don't really have to spend, but they're only £5, and once I've got them, like once it's done, it's done. Once I build the beds, I mean, I know they won't last forever, but for now, and they probably won't do another order of these pallet collars, because most people that have them already. Most people that want them have them, and they will always come in handy. Like, you can always use that kind of wood, can't you? So I might get another 2 or 3, and then I can kind of finish this section, and then that'll be it done. I do feel really behind. I still haven't started the pond area, as you can see. I'm looking forward to doing that. But yeah, I feel really behind because I've just got barely anything planted. I've just got the potatoes now, which are in, carrots, parsnips, onions, more potatoes down there, and that's it. So we've moved the rhubarb. It still seems to be doing well. They don't seem to be sulking, which is nice. My strawberries look amazing. Look at these. They are flourishing. They're also flourishing in all of the pathways. So I need to do something about that, but not today. And it also turns out I am not very good at sowing seeds. I'm just not. Yes, I still need to sort the greenhouse out. So the 2 tomatoes I bought up here, they're definitely doing okay. I don't know that they're doing as well as the ones I've kept at home though. All of the seeds I sowed have not done anything, or they started and they died because I killed them. Yesterday I came up, sunflowers, took the lid off. They were beautiful, amazing. I was so excited. That was about 12 o'clock. By 5 o'clock, I came back. My mum had just given them more water and they looked dead, and I've come back and I don't know. I don't know what happened. But the sunflowers are no more. So I need to get better at this seed sowing business because it is not working for me. I think I'm better at direct sowing in the ground, but at least my tomatoes are okay and they're doing well at home. My aubergines, I do have some now. I need to pot them up. And is that it? Oh, I have one single hollyhock out of about at least 50 of 2 different varieties. A single one has germinated and grown. I need to protect this hollyhock at all costs. So that's where we are. Yes, this video is just going to be a little bit of an amalgamation of bits and bobs popped together. But hopefully soon I can just get on with actually planting some things, see some things growing, and I will try and get better at actually filming when other people are here. Otherwise this isn't going to work. If you watched, thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying the nice weather. It really has been up and down these last few weeks, so it's nice to get the sun back again because the rain was very miserable. Okay, see you next time. Bye.